whosoever you are hiring, no business must pay below the minimum wage. That's illegal. Now, it may not be legal as in you go to jail, but it's illegal in the principle of business, because the law that you are breaking is called the law of life. So when you employ people, what is the minimum wage that people are supposed to be paid for the kind of job they are doing? You must never pay people below the minimum wage, because it will work against you. Now, apart from that, you must make sure you pay people on time. Now, paying people on time means that you don't owe salaries of your staff. In all our companies, we pay salaries on the 28th of the month. Everybody knows, no matter what goes down, 28th, my money is in my account. And now that gives them an assurance. But you see a lot of people working in companies, the CEO is flying around in business class, just like we have in our country today. All the politicians are living large, and then they can't pay the minimum wage of the people that are the guys who are doing the job. So you see a lot of people, the CEOs are living large, doing all kinds of stuff, and the guys are not paid. It happens everywhere, in ministry, in business. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, people are not paid, and you are telling them story. That's an error. You are breaking the law of life. Because for every man that is working, there are at least 7 dependents on them. Even if you earn 10,000, there are 4 people looking up to you. So once, because we live in a poor, over 70% of Nigerians are poor. So what are we talking about? Nigeria is a poor nation. We have money in potential, but people are poor. The money is only in the hand of the few people that have been able to create wealth, or the people that have stolen it. So people are poor. So when one person has a job, people are dependent on it. So if you don't pay that one person, you are not only depriving that one person, you are depriving 7 other people that are depending on that one person. So that is another error that people do in business. They feel, oh, it's my business, I don't have money, I'll pay people later. You are breaking the law. Because once their spirit is not happy with you, once they are not happy doing the job, it is going to pollute the atmosphere, and it only takes you to be sensitive to see that the atmosphere has been polluted. So there are lots of things that you need to understand when it comes to this issue of laws. There are loads of laws. Do unto others as you want to be done unto you. Make sure that you do well to everyone you meet. Make sure that your product and service is, you don't have an unjust way. You see a lot of people, they pollute their products.
Take undue advantage.
You see, they pollute their product. You start out with a good quality product, and then because you see that people have started buying, so you start reducing it. As you are reducing your potential, and you are going to go under. So those are different laws under this one reason. There are about 17 laws under this disorder issue. So the unjust way is, or don't come up with unjust way, because in a quality business, you have what we call the research and development unit, or the quality control unit. Now, the quality control unit is, you don't necessarily have to have a department for that. But if you have a group of people that are excellent, they can come up and begin to control the quality of the product that you are producing. That's quality control. Then research and development are people that you come together as a think tank to begin to research into how to develop your product. So if quality control and research and development is not being done, your products will not stay ahead in the market. People begin to notice that something is wrong in your product or your service, and then before you know it, they are gone. And then customer service. Poor customer service is another reason why
I think we need to really emphasize on poor customer service, because in Africa it's like there's no customer service. If you look at what's going on with our telecoms industry, look at what's going on with basic industry, things that we really, there's no place to complain. What do you have to say about that, sir?
Well, I think it's the leadership of the country. Our government, we have a government that is not really sincere about the less privileged. Because in most of these telecom companies, they paid to come in here to get a license. All the money they pay, where is the money? All the licenses of all the telecom industry, where is the money? Number 2, there are laws that guide what the telecom industry are supposed to do. They are supposed to come in, because you call it privatization, you call it bringing foreign investor, foreign direct investment. Now you bring them in, they are supposed to come in, do a business, and then sublet major part of the business to Nigerians, to create job for Nigeria. But now they come in, they are the one doing the business, they bring their brother, their sister, they come take over. So Nigerians are doing nothing. You want to do a contract, you give it to a white man, the only place you see the Nigerians are the one digging the road. They are the one doing the manual labor, hard work. And then the white man you gave the job to is the one earning the money in one air-conditioned office and giving instruction. Now, if the Nigerians can be the one digging the ground and putting the cement, why couldn't they be given the job? So there is a lot of shady stuff going on with reference to this. And when people when they give you poor service, our government is supposed to sanction them. But how can government sanction them when government is making money from them? Most of this telecom industry, there are a lot of deals and kickbacks that are going back to the officials. So the official that is supposed to enforce the law, for every call you make, maybe it's getting 2 kobo or it's getting 50 kobo. You now want to go and sanction a place where 50 kobo is coming, 50 kobo times 2 million people, times 20 million. The guy is not going to shoot himself in the leg. Exactly. So the corruption in the system is another reason why that is happening. That's why a GSM operator, you will make a call, the call has not gone through, they collect your money. You send text is not delivered, your money is deducted. Our government is not doing anything. They make noise in the open to make you think they are doing something. But for those of us that are in business that know what happened, they are not really doing anything. So everybody has to continue to talk. We have to continue to talk. We have to continue to complain until people that have conscience can listen to the cry of the poor and then begin to make adjustments where necessary. Because the same money they are defrauding from you, they are doing all kinds of promo with the same money. Come and win this, come and win that. I don't need to win anything, just give me quality service. Instead of telling me to come and win this million, win that million, reduce the tariff of the cost I'm making and give me good service. But the money they deprive you of through the poor service, they will bring it back to you from the back door again and say they're giving you promo. It's all just misplacement of priority.
And that can make business fail.
That can make a lot of. So customer service is very, very key. As a matter of fact, one of the leverage you can have ahead of your competition is customer service. In our own company, we set up a customer service unit and we employed a lot of people that say, look, we want to do something about customer service. Because once the customer service is tight, you'll be amazed.
People are tied to your business.
People will be happy. They replied me. Oh, yeah, I called them. So in our company, we have what we call Formula 48. And now Formula 48 is that no matter your inquiry, whether you come through our doors or through our windows, that's our own terminology. Through the doors are people that physically come into our office. Through the window are people that come through the email, telephone, Twitter, Facebook. Whether you come through the door or through the window, in 48 hours, we're going to reach out to you. And once we have that policy, if one staff mess up that policy, you are sacked. You are not punished, you are not queried, you are sacked. So that people can know that this is not, we don't toy with 48 hours. Exactly. So if you have to do night vigil, you do night vigil. If you have to climb the moon, you climb the moon. In 48 hours, whatever inquiry, whatever request comes from the customer, you must get back to them within 48 hours. And once you have customer service policies like that, it will help. But another thing that will help customer service is consistent training, because the customer service attitude and principles are things that people have to be taught over and over again, because over a period of time, if it is not yet a culture, it can escape their memory, it can escape them, and then they begin to draw back. So you have to consistently train your people, and that will go a long way in helping. And that brings me to another reason why businesses fail: lack of consistent updating and training. You see, when you are in business, if you are not informed, you will be deformed. If you are not inspired, you will expire. If you are not updated, you will be outdated. If you are not in the know, you cannot be in the flow. So as a businessman, you have to continually update yourself. That's why if you can, you join the association or you join professional bodies. So when you join the association or professional bodies within which you operate, they will let you know there are conferences going on, there is this new law, new principle. You subscribe to manuals and magazines of your industry, newsletters, so that you can consistently be upgraded. Because when you are not consistently upgraded, you are going under. So that's another reason why businesses fail, because people are doing 21st century business with industrial technology and it doesn't work. So you find that a lot of people are just wondering, how come people doing it? So when you keep updating yourself, for instance, in this country now, we have infrastructure problem. So while you are still complaining, I'm just spending money on generator, before I spend money on diesel. Some people have moved from generator and diesel to inverter. Do you understand now? Some people have moved from that to solar energy, and you are still struggling with diesel, and you are wondering, how are they doing it? It's because they have upgraded, they have moved to a level, or some of them are already in gas, and you are still in the old school. So you need to always grow. And then the way you are growing as a CEO or the man or woman behind the business, you also have to be training your staff. Because if you go too far, you are going to end up dragging them along with you. But if you train them, they will walk along with you. They won't need to be dragged. They will walk along with you. So you need to have a training plan. For our own staff, every staff in the organization, there's a training budget per staff. And then there's a quarterly compulsory training for everybody, whether you want it or not. The training budget is optional. You want to go, this is the budget. You look for a training you feel will help you. But every quarter, whether you like it or not, you are sitting down there and we're going through training. So once you do that, it's hard work. It's hard work. But once you do that, it will help you. Because one thing I realized is that in this part of the world, our educational system has really broken down. And because our educational system has broken down, most of the graduates from Nigerian university are unemployable. And now,
That's a
because
fact.
yeah, they are unemployable because they come out of university, they can't string a sentence together, they can't write one line of English, they don't have mind to, they are not proactive, they can't think straight. You know, you are inviting somebody is a graduate, they have come into your place to work, and you have to be writing down what they have to do for them. They can't think. So there are a lot of things that goes wrong when it comes to this issue of graduates. So you have to train and retrain and retrain and retrain. And the turnover of staff is very high because even though they are not, competent, they don't have the competence and the skill set to succeed. They always overestimate themselves. I'm a graduate. So they come into your business and they feel, oh, this man is using us, so we want to move again. So they keep moving and moving. And in fact, in 5 years, they have gone through 7 companies or 6 companies and nothing has changed because they are not valuable. I tell people when they come to my office, I say, look, whenever you see a man that says vacancy, every vacancy is a cry for help. So when I tell you vacancy, needed an accountant, what I'm saying is I need somebody to come and solve my accounting problem. I'm not employing you because I need somebody to gist with. I'm not employing because I need crowd around me. I'm employing you because I want you to come and solve a problem. So when you come into the company, you are coming as a problem solver. You are coming to offer value. If you come in, you are not offering solution, you are not needed here. So when people come in, they have to know that they are coming to solve problem, and when they are a problem solver, it will help. So you have to now continue to train them so that they can solve problem for you and problem for your customers that come in. And I believe once you put all these things in place, it will help your business.
Wow, that's. If you're watching out there, I'm sure you've learned a lot from what Olumide Emmanuel has been sharing generally. So I know it's the stress of
there's
small
really
businesses.
nothing called African time, and that's one of the reasons why a lot of businesses fail: lack of proper time management. Because when you meet with serious-minded professionals, anyone that is a serious-minded professional or corporate executive is very time conscious.
That's right.
And then when you meet with people like that, you fix an appointment for them for 12 or for 10, and then they show up by 10 and you're telling them, oh, sorry, I'm in traffic. That's nonsense. Oh, sorry, it was raining. We only have raining and dry season. So what are you talking about? So time management is something that we need to know how to deal with. Now, when it comes to time management, there are structures you need to put in place in your organization and in your life to be able to manage time. So when people come in, you have to have structure of when people come in. There has to be a clocking in time. There has to be a manual or a book where people sign in. There have to be a work schedule sheet where people sign in the kind of jobs they are doing per day, so that over a period of time, when you want to do an appraisal, people can actually look and see that, okay, I've not done anything. So for instance, in our organization, you have to sign in, you have to sign out. We have movement charts where you have, if you're going out, you have to sign, okay, I went out, I came back. So if you went out for 2 hours, and we can manage that to say, okay, within 2 hours, you say you are going to this place, what did you spend 2 hours to do? So when you are doing an appraisal, you can actually see your report card by yourself.
Sure.
You won't think somebody is trying to hunt you down.
That's right.
And then we also have structures whereby, apart from the movement chart, you have a worksheet where it's a daily worksheet where you write down what you did per day. So that at the end of the week, when you look at it, you are like, so the whole week, this is what I've done. You will now be able to see whether you have really done a lot or you have done nothing. And then you also have to let people know that they have to come up with what is called a to-do list. You have to have a daily to-do list, a weekly to-do list, a monthly to-do list. So in being able to manage time and succeed in business, you need to have a diary, you need to have an address book, you need to have a journal, you need to have a to-do list, you need to have a lot of appliances that will help you, like you can use your handsets, to program your BlackBerry, your iPad. You need to have all these things around you to help organize yourself, because if you are not organized, you'll be disorganized and you'll not be able to manage time effectively. Now, we all have 24 hours in a day. If you sleep for 8 hours every day, by the time you are 30 years old, you have slept for 10 years. So if you sleep for 8 hours every day, 8 hours is 1/3 of 24 hours. So if you sleep for 8 hours every day, by the time you are 30 years old, you have slept for 10 years of your life. That's why people succeed and you fail. You wonder how do they make it? Because they were awake when you were asleep. Successful people don't sleep for 8 hours. They sleep for an average of 3 to 5 hours. So by the time you see yourself sleeping for 8 hours, so you see a lot of people, 8 hours they are sleeping, 8 hours they are watching television and gisting and on the telephone and on Facebook. Then the remaining hours they are doing little job. That's why they fail. And they say, hey, I don't have enough time. No, you don't have time for anything except to create time for it.
That's right.
But you will have time for something valuable if you create time for it. So people need to know how to manage their time. And once they manage their time efficiently, whether as an individual or as a business, it will go a long way in helping us. So you need to make up your mind as an individual to be a man of proper time management. When you wake up in the morning, what's the first thing you do? What are you going to do? So once you begin to do that, we have materials that all these things we'll be discussing now. We have loads of CDs, loads of manual, loads of training. We do training for a lot of organizations on time management, on capacity building, on increasing your value, on turning your business around, how to, all kinds of. So we have materials that people can take advantage of that will help them in this area of time management and other things we've discussed.
Wonderful. So I want to thank you very much for sharing with us all this experience. There's one part I want us to look at before we round up today's episode, and it's on leadership. There's no matter what you do to run your business, if there's bad government policies and if there's irrational governments, it will affect your business in one way or the other. And we see in our climb here, we see young people who say, "Oh, politics is their business." But politics is what produces leadership. So what do you advise young people in Africa generally, and those watching us now from wherever in the world, what do you advise that they do to help improve leadership in their various countries?
Anyways, if you think politics is a dirty game, who's going to clean it up? That's one thing. So people should never have that mindset that politics is a dirty game or that politics is dirty. Because if it's dirty and you leave it for the dirty people, they will keep it dirty. But if you want to see a change, then you need to go in there. What I would tell people is be the change you want to see. That's right. Be the change. That's the solution. You just make up your mind to be a change or make a difference. So if you believe that, that's why for somebody like me, I may not be able to change the problem of Nigeria, I may not be able to change the problem of Lagos or a particular state, but I can change the problem of my life, of my family, of the people around me, and then begin to grow. And that's how I started over 20 years ago. And before you know it, I wanted to use the principles of life to turn my own life around. And when I did that, I started using it to help other people turn their life around. And over 2 decades now, I've been doing what I'm doing, and that's why I've been able to get to the level where I am now. So instead of complaining, never worry about what you cannot change. So just be the change. Change what you can change. So if you're a young person listening to me anywhere in the globe, just make sure that you make a difference. So if all you can do is to make a difference among your peers, among your family, make a difference. By the time you do that, the next person will make a difference and will begin to move on. Like we've always said, this little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. No matter how small the light is never too small. Once you bring, even if it's an ordinary matches, when you're in darkness and you strike a match, it illuminates. So don't think you are too small to make a change. Don't think you are too small to make a difference. You just make up your mind to be the change you want to see. Make up your mind to make a difference. So wherever you are going to, we have a school we call Success Business and Leadership School, and it's a weekly school every Friday where we bring young upwardly mobile Nigerians, and we are trying to build a new Nigeria. I believe in the emergence of a new Nigeria.
That's right.
But in order for there to be a new Nigeria, there must be a new Nigerian. Because it is the Nigerian that makes up Nigeria. So we are raising a new breed without greed. And now we have come up with what I call the new breed creed. Now the new breed creed, once you as an individual follow that creed for yourself as a person, you are going to be able to make a lot of difference. So permit me to use that to answer your question. No problem. Let me go into, because I have the new breed creed here. And once every individual becomes a member of this new Nigeria, make up their mind to be part of the new Nigeria, all they need to do is to follow this. I am a new breed without greed. I am being raised, empowered, and released. I'm a world changer and a history maker. I am a new breed. The media world is waiting. The entertainment world is waiting. The sports world is waiting. The political world is waiting. The world of education is waiting. The financial sector is waiting. The social and spiritual worlds are waiting. The world of science and technology are waiting. I am a new breed. I am ready to show up. I am a new breed. I make positive impacts wherever I go. I'm a role model at all times. I am a solution and not a problem. I'm the best in all I do. I do the right things at all times. I have great value for time. I care for and respect people. I'm establishing a positive legacy. I'm a person of honor and integrity. I make my family and nation proud. I am a new breed without greed. We are the new breed. We are without greed. All the spheres of human endeavor are waiting for us. So help me God. Once you as an individual follow this, you are a leader. Just look at this. I make positive impacts wherever I go. These are 10 values for a new breed. Anywhere you go, make positive impact. I am a role model at all times. Whether people are seeing you or not, you are in one village, you are in one corner, be a role model. Number 3, I am a solution and not a problem. Stop looking for problem or complain about problem. The ability to identify problem is not a high level of intelligence. People don't pay you for identifying problem, they pay you for solving problems. So be a solution. I'm the best in all I do. If you're a student, be the best student. You're a organizer, be the best organizer. You're a driver, be the best in all you do, because guess what? There are no menial jobs, only menial minds.
That's right.
You can do menial jobs in exceptional way and become exceptional. You can be a taxi driver with a difference. You can be a organizer with a difference. You can be anything with a difference. Now the next is I do the right things at all times. Because some people do the right things only when somebody is watching.
That's right.
But when you do the right thing at all times, you will always be right. You won't need to think of whether to be right or wrong. It will become your culture and part of you. The next is I have great value for time management. If you don't value time, you are old school. Then I care for and respect people. Never look down on anybody. Never, because you never know. 4 years before Obama became the president, somebody had to give him money to take a cab to go to the convention. 4 years before he became president. If somebody has messed him up 4 years ago when he was in Chicago doing dirty jobs all over town, the NGO, people that messed him up, today they look back and regret. So you need to understand you should never look down on anybody, because you never know. Everybody is a work in progress. That man you see in the next 6 months may just find the cure for HIV. Then he becomes a celebrity, everybody's looking for him, and then you begin to regret your action. Then I am establishing a positive legacy. Anywhere you go, you are in youth service, you're going to be there for 5 months, do something that they will remember you for. You are a teacher, you are going to teach that child for only 1 year, let that child remember you. There are teachers I remember that taught me 30 years ago. There must have been something they did that made a mark in my life. So make sure that you establish a legacy anywhere you go, even if you meet somebody for 5 minutes. That is my own belief. When you look, I don't want to talk Bible, but you see, when you look at the Bible, Philippians 1, it says, I thank my God upon every remembrance of you. 22 years ago, that verse of scripture hits me. And I told myself, Olumide Emmanuel, everywhere you go, when people meet you for 5 minutes, they must always thank God for your life. And that's what I do. So when you make up your mind to make sure that everywhere I go, people remember me for good, it's going to help you. Then, I'm a person of honor and integrity. That can make you shine any day, anytime. Because we live in a world where there's no integrity. So if you have integrity, you will be like a shining light, a goldfish that have no hiding place. So that's one thing. And then I make my family and nation proud. Whatever you are doing, remember, a good name is better than silver and gold. Make your family proud. Make your nation proud. Don't go out there and mess up the name of Nigeria. Every time they talk of Nigeria, they say, oh, green passport. Oh, Nigeria is this, Nigeria is that. But you need to be proud of your nation, proud of your family. Wherever you go, you are carrying the name of your family and you are carrying the name of your nation. And once you make your family and nation proud, you're going to be able to succeed.
Wow. Into the camera. Tell us, on a parting note, look into the... There are people who are stuck in their jobs as bank workers, as oil workers, who want to start a business. And there are those who have started a business and are stuck. What would be your final word for them?
Well, what I want to let you know is this. No one will plan your life for you if you don't plan it for yourself. Like a wise man once said, if you cannot fly, run. If you cannot run, walk. If you cannot walk, crawl. No matter what you do, just make sure you're on the move. There are informations out there that can help you to become whatever you want to become. So don't give up. Just keep pressing on. And over a period of time, you will smile again. Thank you.